2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Everything we know about the two-row SUV by Motor Trend. Now, after a decade of resting on its laurels, the Jeep Grand Cherokee finally undergoes a full redesign for the 2022 model year. The 2022 Jeep Cherokee, or must I say the Grand Cherokee, will share much of its design and features with the recently introduced 2021 Grand Cherokee L. The big difference, a shorter wheelbase and one less row of seats. A grander 2022 Grand Cherokee. Look for Jeep to offer a number of different trim levels on the next generation Grand Cherokee, with most models sporting standard rear-wheel drive. That said, every 2022 Grand Cherokee will offer four-wheel drive as at least an option. Look for multiple systems, too, while higher end and more trail-oriented Grand Cherokee trims will no doubt sport a 2-speed transfer case for extra proudness off the beaten path. Lower spec models may sport a less complicated setup that makes do without the low-range gearing, just as in case currently. 2022 Grand Cherokee engine options. The 2022, like the Grand Cherokee L, the two-row Grand Cherokee ought to come standard with a 290 horsepower 3.6 liter V6, a 357 horsepower 5.7 liter V8, with almost certainly find its way under the hood of the smaller Grand Cherokee too. More efficiently oriented consumers may get their needs met by way of a turbocharger 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine and a turbo diesel 3.0 liter V6 engine offered in the Wrangler. Likewise, the new Grand Cherokee will add the gasoline electric hybrid 4xe model to the mix. Now, we can anticipate the 2022 Grand Cherokee 4xe to crib the 375 horsepower powertrain of the Wrangler 4xe stablemate. High performance junkies are expected to have their appetite whet by way of the SRT models. 700 horsepower plus supercharged V8 of the Trackhawk find its way to the new Grand Cherokee remains to be seen. Regardless, we think a desert-rated Gladiator Mojave-like trim may find its way to the next Grand Cherokee. Look for such Grand Cherokees to boast additional ride height, model-specific shocks and springs, and more. A grand interior for the 2022 Grand Cherokee. Now, we anticipate Jeep will fit the 2022 Grand Cherokee with the same key infotainment features round in the longer Grand Cherokee L. An 8.4-inch touchscreen will serve as the entry-level options, while the 10.1-inch screen running FCA Uconnect and 5 infotainment software will be offered as an upgraded setup. The Grand Cherokee L 10.3-inch digital gauge cluster and a 10-inch head-up display are sure to find its way in a smaller Grand Cherokee too. The 2022 Grand Cherokee price and on sale date. Now, although we don't know what the Jeep will charge for the 2022 Grand Cherokee, we anticipate the new model will see its price rise slightly relative to the 2020 $35,495 base sum. Stepping up the trim range, however, will no doubt add cost to the 2022 Grand Cherokee, and it may crest $60,000. And that's not accounting for the high performance on and off-road trims. Well, we'll know more about the 2022 Cherokee when they take the reps off in the coming months, with sales due before the end of 2021 calendar year. Now, this story was published on September the 15th, 2020. And the new update and the reveal has already taken place. But I just wanted to share some of this. Just a short article. You guys, thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.